Administrator for Gillespie County, and we welcome back Jim Riley. Good morning.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
It's good to be seen. You were talking when you walked in, we're going to get some rain pretty soon. You think we will?
It looks like it. Smells like rain in the air.
I know when you mentioned that, Trish said that it was raining over there, Castell, Pontotoc area. So hopefully
Yep.
we're going to get some more. We hope so. We need the rain very, very much here in the Texas Hill Country. We also need information about the upcoming constitutional amendments election. It's coming up in November, and we're talking about that. There are several amendments on the ballot, and we're going to go over just a few to clarify some of the issues. And Jim Riley, take it away.
Well, we have 17 amendments, and our election this time only will deal with those. We have no local races, no special issues. It's just the 17. And if you look at them, and you can find information on our website and on various websites explaining them. I'm not really here to pick sides, but to tell you that 11 of the 17 have money involved with them.
Money or taxes or something?
Taxes, ad valorem, different things like that. And so you need to read these for yourself and see where you fall on each of them. But there are 11 of the 17. There are some interesting ones. In addition to those, there's an amendment one that involves the Texas State Technical College and support to some of the programs they do. There's a bail amendment. There's one on judicial conduct, and one that deals with dementia and Alzheimer's prevention. We want to take a look, I would think, at all of those to understand them. There is Amendment 15 that is maybe the Parents' Bill of Rights, if you would. It's a pretty simple bill, and it states that it's a constitutional amendment affirming that parents are the primary decision makers for their children. And then the one that involves my department is Proposition 16. And it is a constitutional amendment clarifying that a voter must be a United States citizen. Now, we've dealt with that over the years, and people actually, when they register to vote, and then when they actually come in person to vote, they sign that that is true under penalty of law if they are not telling the truth. But this affirms it and clarifies some of the language in there. So we have those 17, and it doesn't seem like, oh yeah, those are just amendments, but they impact everybody, I think. All of us are interested in where taxes go, and that's always a big issue. And if there are 11 of the 17 involved, I would hope that people would take interest and come out. It seems that the constitutional amendment election, when it's a standalone election, doesn't draw the same interest. And yet these are things that are part of our fixed law, and we should take a good hard look at them. So yeah, we have those 17, trying to get people to come out.
Well, one of the ones that piqued my interest as a retired justice of the peace, you talked about judicial conduct. Do you have the details on that one and what the
judicial conduct one? Let me flip some pages here. Always a lot of paperwork when you're doing these things. This amendment regards the membership of the State Commission on Judicial Conduct, the membership of the tribunal to review the commission's recommendations, and the authority of the commission, the tribunal, and the Texas Supreme Court to more effectively sanction judges and justices for judicial misconduct. Some people have said that it promotes transparency and accountability. There's some people that say that the reorganization of the Supreme Court's judicial composition would have uh, people appointing a greater number of commissioners and so forth. There are two sides, I guess, to that. But that's what it's dealing with, is more effectively sanctioning justices and judges for judicial misconduct.
That, I'm trying to think how that kind of makes sense, because they're already sanctioned, they already go through all kinds of, well, of course, I know the Judicial Ethics Committee, they have to look at every complaint they receive, and they look into it. If there's nothing there, then the judge who was charged or accused, they never even hear from the Judicial Conduct Board if there's nothing there. I do know that.
Okay, well, that's interesting to know. I'm not being a judge. It's not something that's been in front of me until this time. I'm learning this one. And it deals with issuing private sanctions, particularly if the judge has not had previous sanctions. It deals with clarifying the various circumstances under which the commission itself is authorized or required to deal. So some of these, and I don't know if this one's specific to that, not taking a side on either one of these, but some of these clean up language, make things clearer. One of the funniest things I've heard about the Constitution and law is the more commas in a law, the more the lawyers got involved, and it leaves a lot of room for interpretation.
Oh, you're talking about the whereas.
The whereas is
and therefore.
yeah.
All right. We're visiting with Jim Riley, Gillespie County Elections Administrator, and we're talking about the constitutional amendment election coming up in November. Well, is that the November 2nd?
November 4 on Tuesday. We will open early voting on October 20th. And that runs through Halloween. I noticed y'all had some decorations out there. The last day of early voting is the 31st. We will prepare for, and all of that takes place over at our office at 95 Frederick Road. And no matter what precinct you're in, we vote by precincts in Gillespie County. You can vote early there.
At one location.
At that one location, and then we'll be in all 13 locations. And I might mention that most of the locations are the same as the most recent full election last November. The city election we just had, everything did take place in the elections building, but we'll be in the various precincts. We have one new precinct location for precinct 13. We're in the Rock at the Barn, or is it the Barn at the Rock? I'm just embarrassing myself here. It's a new location on 87, and as you leave town, it's actually before the previous location, the auction house there that we used. And as you come out of town and hit that rise...
Is that almost across the street from it?
It's almost across the street, yeah. They've got a big red sign there, and it's we were laughing. It's actually a bar during some times of the year. They're also building a golf simulation building there and whatever. But we were laughing that, like in the days of the movie Liberty Valance, the bar will not be open during this, but there's a lot of parking. People can turn in and go in and vote. It's a beautiful building, and I think they'll enjoy that.
I can hear the phrase now. One vote, one beer.
One vote. Hadn't thought about that. So yeah, so those locations remain the same. We have precincts 3 and 10 will again be in the AgriLife building as previously. We thought we'd found a new location in precinct 10 at the National Guard Armory, and still haven't gotten word back from them as to that use. So it's a great building, the AgriLife building. It's very flexible, and so all 12 of the precincts, other than this one we just mentioned, will be in their same location.
All right, we look forward to it again. Early voting again begins on
October 20th. October 20th.
right up to Halloween.
Yeah, it's coming, 8 to 5. We set up the election just yesterday in our equipment, in our duos and in our scanners. You, we did what's called an LNA testing last week, logic and accuracy, and of course they nailed it. We verified what's called a hashtag, which is something I've learned new as I've taken this job, but it's like this long VIN number on your car, but that has been consistent through all of the use of our equipment, the same hashtag. As part of the proof up that we did, our IT department helped us verify that. And then we did load in our equipment the election itself. That stuff now is locked and secured until the election. We will do an additional test on our poll pads following the upcoming training that I'd like to talk about here in a minute. And we will test and show our poll pads to be accurate as well.
All right, coming up in November on the 4th, our constitutional amendment election for the Lone Star State, and we got all the info we need from Jim Riley, Gillespie County Elections Administrator. But you have one more
thing, we're looking for clerks. All of our judges will be looking for clerks. If you would email us at elections@gillespiecounty.org. We'll pass, and just let us know what precinct you're in. We'll pass that on to the judges who are trying to fill the various clerk spots. We tonight begin training. We offer the training a number of times. The radio station will have a list of those. They are on our website. And our first class is tonight at 6 p.m. If you don't know if you want to be a clerk, come on, sit in and see what you think. It can be a really fun time. And so we're looking to do that. And if you'd like to really get deep into it, the Secretary of State's website has an online training course for clerks that is pretty extensive. And I've gone through it. As have many others. You learn a lot of stuff, and you get prepared to deal with the folks.
All right, Jim Riley, do we have you schedule at least one more time before the election?
I believe we do. I think a week after next, maybe we're coming back and we can talk about things. There's a new law that I'd like to tell everybody about next time related to phones. They made a change on that.
All right, look forward to that. And be here in person. Don't phone it in.
I'll be here. Good comeback.
Jim Riley,
you're quick.
Elections Administrator for Gillespie County. Thank you so much. And that has been Talk About the Hill Country, a public service of AM 910. Now, if your club or organization has something going on in the days, weeks, or months ahead, and you'd like to come in and talk about it, give us a call, 997-2197. We'll put you on the calendar so that you can come in and let the Texas Hill Country know what your club or organization has going on. If you prefer, you can fax your information to 997-2198. You can also drop it by our studios here at 304 East San Antonio in Fredericksburg. You can mail it to us at Post Office Box 311 Fredericksburg 78624, or you can email it to knafnews@gmail.com. Talk About the Hill Country comes in every Monday through Friday morning at 10 o'clock on AM 910 KNAF.